I stream often, and boy howdy do I put on an exquisite show if I do say so myself, but don't just take my word for it, ask everyone that shows up. When you come to my streams, you get to see me without my makeup on, you get me raw, you get to hear me pee when nature calls, and you get to hear me rant. And one of the things I love to rant about is how much insurance is a scam. In particular, health insurance. Surprise, surprise. My feelings on it are no secret. I've screamed it from the mountaintops for a couple years now. I think I've only made like one or two videos on it, but stream regulars are probably tired of hearing me bitch about it. But can't help it. I think it is one of the most diabolical, corrupt, evil industries that operates in this country right now. It is deplorable. I think it is a Schmeckeldorfing goblin that's taking people's money and eating their ass, waiting for them to die. You pay health insurance providers for years, and then when you need them, you ask them to help with something major. They do everything in their power to not do that. Their job, their goal, and they even use AI now to help with this, is to deny these claims. That's where they make their bread and butter. You pay them for one purpose, and their goal is to find ways of not doing the one thing they're designed for. It's like if you bought a washing machine that only sometimes decides it'll wash your clothes, but it picks and chooses which ones you're allowed to wash inside of it. It's so stupid. But the reason I'm talking about this is because I am somehow still surprised at the depravity of this industry. United Healthcare just threatened legal action against a doctor who recently went viral when she was talking about how United Healthcare pulled her out of an active operation in order to ask her if an overnight stay was really necessary. I'll go ahead and play that clip before we dive into this threat from United Healthcare.
I just did 2 bilateral deeps and 2 bilateral tissue expanders for patients. And I've never had this happen before, but during the second deep, I got a phone call into the operating room saying that United Healthcare wanted me to call them about one of the patients who was having surgery today, who was actually asleep having surgery. And, said I had to call right now. So I scrubbed out of my case and I called United Healthcare, and the gentleman said he needed some information about her, wanted to know her diagnosis and whether her inpatient stay should be justified. And I was like, to understand this, she's asleep right now and she has breast cancer. And the gentleman said, actually, I don't. That's a different department that would know that information. And I was like, well, she does need to stay overnight tonight. And you have all the information with you because I got approval for this surgery. And I need to go back and be with my patient now. But yeah, it's out of control.
Out of control doesn't even begin to describe it. My moose knuckle is out of control when I slip into a pair of joggers. This is beyond out of control. This is just disgusting. It's just disgusting. Health insurance companies are at their happiest when you are at your worst. When they deny a claim and get to save a little bit of money there, pinch a few pennies, avoiding doing the thing you pay them for, they pop champagne over your cold fucking corpse. And don't worry, you'll go to Valhalla knowing that at least United Healthcare made a little extra money at the bottom line. In a just world, this shit would be outlawed. It's just unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. So, she's describing United Healthcare apparently pulling her out of a procedure in order to check with her if this is something that's actually justified. Yeah, asshole, it is justified, I would think. And also, now you are putting the patient at risk, interrupting an active procedure. It's craziness. It's craziness. Just actually flabbergasted by this story. I'm spitting. I don't know if you could see that. It was a water fountain of spit there. So much saliva. Point is, this doctor was in the middle of a procedure, and United Healthcare made her stop so that way they could see if they could find a way of denying this claim, which eventually they did, by the way. They did deny that claim, allegedly. That claim, it did get denied. Shocker from United Healthcare, the health insurance company with the most denied claims in the nation. Also, now that there's this prevalence of AI to help deny claims, they're getting even more efficient with it, something I'm sure they're very proud of. It's unbelievable. I've already talked about that video quite a bit on stream, so I'm not going to dive too deep into it. You can see the lunacy. You can, with your own peepers, your own functioning frontal lobe, you can watch what the doctor's saying there and be pretty outraged by it. justifiably so. Now, United Healthcare is slapping back saying that it's a load of hooey. This is all just dirty barnacles. It's a false claim, and the doctor's spreading misinformation, and so they're threatening her with a lawsuit about it. We're going to go through that because, United Healthcare doesn't really have the best reputation when it comes to telling the truth. And it's just a shocking move from them to play this hardball here in the wake of everything they've been going through. Their CEO got banished to the Shadow Realm not that long ago, and people are still celebrating that. And the company, instead of trying to take that as a message of wow, people hate us for some reason, maybe we should reflect and see what we can do to be better, they're instead being worse. They are actively being worse. It's like they dislike that people don't like them, so they're trying to give them even more reasons to hate them. Oh, you guys already don't like us? Well, fuck it, we're gonna stop pretending to care. It's scorched earth now, we're not paying for shit. I honestly wouldn't even be surprised if United Healthcare initiates a new protocol where they start stationing agents at every hospital in order to monitor everything and just deny shit on the spot. Nope. I wrote this down on the clipboard. It's only 2 broken legs. The morphine will not be covered by us. Unnecessary. Not justified. And then going into every surgical procedure. Stop everything! Halt! Halt! We're denying this one. This surgery is this is frivolous. It's a frivolous surgery. The patient is more than capable of living his life without a liver or a kidney. So why are we doing this transplant? This is ridiculous. Denied. He's faking it. Anyway, though, let's dive back into the meat and focus on what the actual topic is here today. So that post came from a surgeon, Elizabeth Potter. It blew up on TikTok and Instagram, and now UHC, they're pouting. They're really upset. So they're accusing her of libel, and also there was some threats of legal retaliation if she didn't comply, which was taking the videos down and issuing a public apology. They wanted her to grovel at their feet, kiss their little tootsies, and basically say, I was wrong about everything. They accused her of knowingly sharing misinformation and also hosting threats against the company's executives because people in the comments were obviously making references to the assassination. Your claims are false. You clearly know they are false. You falsely laid the blame for your office's error on United Healthcare publicly, unleashing a firestorm of dangerous misinformation. We expect you to promptly correct this publicly by removing your videos and posting a public apology. The cease and desist has been reported by Bloomberg. Also, United Healthcare hired the preeminent defamation law firm Claire Locke, which has a really impressive resume in defamation cases. A big fuck you to Claire Locke. You should deny this one. Of course they're not going to. They're going to try and hose United Healthcare for all they're worth in this defamation case that they're mounting against a surgeon who is just spreading the word about how fucking corrupt this company is. Now, she did post on her Instagram saying, I recently shared a video after I was asked to call United Healthcare from the operating room to answer administrative questions about the patient who was having surgery to treat breast cancer. Despite my efforts, they denied her stay. Wow. What saints over there at UHC really looking after the care of their clients. That's, wow, man. The benevolent gods over at UHC. We are so lucky that we get to suckle their bosom, and they take care of us. They help us in our time of need. That's so lovely. Denied her stay. That's so fucking par for the course for this company. I spoke out because this has simply gone too far. I'm sharing United Healthcare's letter to me in its entirety. I'll let it speak for itself. My words were true and the situation was absurd. I followed all safety protocol and my patient was with my co-surgeon who continued operating. I had requested an overnight stay for medical reasons. This was not an error on my part. I also think most normal, rational people would also think that probably an overnight stay after a very serious breast cancer surgery operation makes sense. That tracks. That doesn't seem like they're trying to get one over on United Healthcare over there. I feel like that's definitely something that's super justified, but hey, United Healthcare, they've got AI now helping them out to deny these claims. They're really good at this shit now. The gaslighting and harassment in the letter which United sent me has not worked to do anything other than strengthen my resolve. I will continue to speak honestly, clearly, and plainly about the state of healthcare in the United States of America. That's great news that she's not folding to this intimidation. I really hope this goes her way. I believe her story. And do you know why? Because there are thousands of horror stories with United Healthcare. Ask anybody on the street if they've had a positive experience with their healthcare provider. I would imagine you'd be hard-pressed to find a single, even lukewarm response like, oh, it was okay, I guess. No, it's almost always entirely negative with these companies, and United Healthcare is legitimately, statistically, provably the worst one. They have the most denied claims. If you gathered every grain of sand on planet Earth and piled it all together, it probably wouldn't even amount to the amount of denied claims United Healthcare is responsible for at this point. It's just out of control. Completely out of control. So yeah, I just had to rant about this again. I could not believe this when Matt sent it to me, that United Healthcare has the fucking chutzpah to threaten this surgeon after she spoke about her experience with an absurd situation with this company. Unbelievable. That's about it. See ya.